Hello everyone. Yes, today I want to make a little journey with you. A ritual you can do at any special time you feel, which is certainly Easter time to, if you know the story of Jesus who was killed, and then he came back from the dead world, let's say, as a different man, and he was then a healer, healing all people. And I don't want you to, it doesn't matter if you're religious or not, it's just a story to me. In fact, I'm not grown up religious, but I know this story anyhow, of course, as we all do. And Easter time is for this story, so it's what I want to do, what kind of journey I want to do here today is actually, I had that impulse today, just right now, that I make a journey with you that actually is the same journey I did as my own awakening process, which was a walk among a field of grass and just not much civilization surrounding. There were houses, yes, but it was all very green, and I was walking a long walk through all the fields of grass, and I would like to take you onto that journey and walk that path that I was walking. And maybe the same thing that happened to me that day 3 years ago, maybe this same thing can happen to you by just connecting to the feeling that occurred inside of me during this walk, and where all these thoughts and pictures came into me that really gave me so many answers of many questions I repeatedly asked my whole life again and again, and I never found an answer. But this day I got answers. And so I want to take you onto that journey as a wonderful ritual of awakening at Easter time and full moon, both together. I will try to make that connection with you, as the full moon ritual is the letting go ritual, letting go of things and old stuff and all patterns, all sorts, worries, sorrows, everything that could just be thrown into a huge fire and burned and transformed. It's not a burning like a painful burning, no, it's a transformation from fire into hot, warming, lightful energy. What is fire? It's heat and it's light. So it's wonderful. And that's where we give all these things that we don't, that make no sense to us, that make no use. We can all of that throw into a fire, a huge fire. Let's see how we can connect all this together. Yes, I have a wonderful journey for you now. So, first of all, I hope you had enough to drink, you went to the toilet, you are relaxed, you can relax yourself now. You take that blanket and find a cozy place for you, and then we could just start. So now, first of all journeys, we will light up a fire, a wonderful burning fireplace that is making wonderful fire sounds, just like you really love them. With all this nicking, knocking, when the fire burns down, needles, parts from the tree, from old trees, died trees, leftovers from falling down material from trees. Yeah, so imagine you would sit on a wonderful fireplace in the woods. All around you there is just trees, 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 nothing more, nothing less. And it's a quiet place, and it's almost daytime. It's almost in the morning, it's a daytime. And you're starting that fire. You're putting material inside of this fireplace. You throw all kinds of wonderful, I don't know the word, of all the tree leftover parts. You throw them all onto, you put them, you arrange them. Don't throw them, you arrange a wonderful fireplace by putting all this together. Yes, and whenever you're ready, you can go ahead, take that lighter and start that fire, and watch how the fire is starting to burn. Watch it very carefully. How does it start, your fire? Does it take a lot of time? Is it going slowly from one little area to the next, and then to the next, and to the next, and enlightening everything very little, step by step, piece by piece? Or is it doing like woof, and right away starting to burn everything at the same time, like really fast and hungry, like a hungry fire that was just waiting to burn, very lightful and very hot? Yeah, watch that procedure that you are generating right now with your energy right now. And yes, that is how it is when you light a fire. Just imagine that it is like what I'm saying. And next time you can even try it out when you make a fire in reality. To connect to what you're doing, to connect to the energy of this enlightening fire, and then connect to it, feeling, transporting your actual energy situation you are in to the way the fire finds its way to get enlightened and heat it up and burn all the material there. Yeah, watch it burn higher, more lightful, develop a wonderful color and heat. And whenever you feel like it, you can imagine that you're taking a piece of paper and a pen and you're starting to write. You're starting to write all the things down that you think that are in your way. Everything. Everything that doesn't feel good. Everything that is in your way. Every situation that was feeling not right, that was uncomfortable, that was maybe having an argument with someone or something about something. Write everything down. Write all your thoughts, all your sorrows, all your angers, all the negative things from the past days, hours, minutes. Write it all down. Just picturize it now as like you are writing it down, like you let these letters appear on this paper in your imagination. Yes, I let you do that for a while. Yes, put in there as much as you can think of right now. And then picturize how you fold this paper, but not so wonderfully nice, but really like you're just shrinking it together with your hand, like. And then you say, thank you for all there is, and thank you for all there was. Thank you for all people involved. Thank you for all that it wanted to show me. Thank you for all these creations I created. Thank you for all the situations and people I created, for all my creations. As of now, they can be over because they are over, and I don't have to stay connected to any of these old happening, even the ones that were just a minute ago. They have passed and they can go, and they don't have to stick to me anymore. So I decide to thank you, to thank me for creating them, for having created them, and now for allowing to let them just go. And it's no matter how all these stories were, how all these situations were, how long ago, long or short, doesn't matter. You can decide to let go of everything right now by saying, yes, I am going to transform you into light and heat right now by throwing all this into this wonderful fire I have enlightened. Extra for this ritual. And then you take that paper and you throw it into that fire. And you watch it burn. You watch it transform this paper into ash and heat and light. And just air finally. Just warm air expanding through the universe. Yes, let that go through you now for some time. Enjoy this feeling of letting all of this go, as it is already past. And now you're cutting the energy towards this, so you don't have to be stuck to this past moments, situations, emotions. It's over. You can now cut it by throwing it into the fire. And you feel it. You feel that lightness and that joy. Yes. And now we take a little walk through the forest, out of the forest onto a huge field of grass, full of grass. Huge, wonderful fields of grass and flowers. It's blooming like it is now. It is Easter, so everything is blooming, everything is light, everything is full of love and light, and the sun is shining. The day started, and all the flowers open their little nostrils to wonderful, colorful flowers. And you're taking that walk, you're starting to move, you're taking one step after the other, and you're reaching that end of this forest right now and seeing this huge field of grass and flowers. And you feel the cold air around you. It's still fresh from the morning. And you're starting to walk, and there is no one, just you. Just you and this wonderful field of flowers. And above you there are gooses flying around, wild gooses. A whole swarm of wild gooses, and they seem to kind of screaming to you, waving their wings to say hello, to welcome you into that day. And they seem to make circles around your head while you're walking to connect to you, because maybe you feel that connection. You're looking up to these gooses, to this huge swarm of gooses, and maybe you feel that you are part of them, that you are also a goose, that got lost. Yes, that got lost. And maybe you realize you didn't get lost a year ago or 10 years ago or any time in your lifetime here. No, you got lost as you were born. Because there you got disconnected from the whole being, from the being whole, being all, because you became an individual form with a boundary of skin. That's where it all started. Not later, during your life. No, it started with your birth. When your form developed, when your form came alive, because it decided to make a human experience of living as a human being. And all this feeling of feeling disconnected, of feeling lost, of feeling lonely, it's all began so much earlier than you think. Can you feel that? Can you feel this truth? That you did not and don't have and never will have to create any more feeling of loneliness, thinking that you are lonely because you are here or by yourself. No. This is no loneliness. This is being oneness. It's oneness. We are always a oneness. Can you feel that oneness by watching up to these gooses that maybe they fly around you and they seem to shout to you, hello, welcome back, come on with us, fly with us now. Yes, you can. You can always choose to fly with the swarm as an individual, but flying with the swarm. Always. No matter if there is a group of people around you or not. The swarm is not just people, it's animals, it's plants, it's everything there is in this moment where you are. No matter where you are, there is always form around you. And this form is always a part of the energy of the oneness. And the oneness is a huge field of energy, where we all and where all comes from. And it doesn't come from it, it is in it. It is part of it. Can you feel that? Can you really feel that? Can you feel the meaning of the word alone? That it means all one, all one. So there is no negative meaning anymore to that word that caused you so much pain in all your years by feeling alone. And now you realize that feeling alone is feeling all one. It's a wonderful feeling now. It's a fulfilled feeling because you are all one. what a wonderful and great discovery of this meaning of this word that had for so many years, for all your lifetime, had a totally, completely wrong meaning and a wrong feeling, meaning a thought about it and a feeling about it, and it's wrong. And now you realize it. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? That's so much lighter and wonderful releasing truth of this word. All is one. You are all one. Yes, soak that up. Soak it very deep into all of your cells that feel this connection now. And that can you feel that joy that fills you by realizing, oh my goodness, how wonderful is that? I just decided to connect to all of this, and there it is. I don't have to do anything. I just have to open my eyes to the truth, to the real world, to the all oneness. Yes. And now you can fly with the swarm all the time, whenever you like. And even not flying with the swarm is still being connected to the swarm, to the oneness, to the all oneness. And now go ahead, take your walk step by step further along the way, and watch that plants growing, watch that flowers growing, watch that trees growing. Little trees, tall trees, small plants, small flowers, big, huge, light, shining flowers, small, little, cute, wonderful, detailed flowers. Look at those little flowers that are so detailed. They are so often so much prettier than the ones that are so big, shiny, coming right into your eyes. But if you take your eyes to the little plant beneath it, next to it, that is so detailed, and if you look at it and you see how beautiful it is, because it's such a detailed little flower, you will realize that there is so much variety in life. And just like you are so special. You are so different to all the others, but still the same, living from light, living from love. From love is light, but we will come to that later. Can you see that variety of aliveness? And you are a part of this, and you are just perfect in time, in space, in that moment, here on this, in this present moment, the way you are. Like all the plants out there, there is the little ones next to it, there is a tall one, and then realize there is a pavement, for example, a pavement made by man. There is no plant growing on that pavement, on that road, on the road that the man made. There is no flower. It's underneath that road that's been made there. And do you see the flowers that grow around this road? They make their way underneath to the left and right side of this huge or a small road, just a small road, let's take a small road, but you see both sides that the plants and all the nature is digging its way through the road pavement material. Maybe on some edges it's even broken already, because the plants, they push from underneath, they push through that material of the road, and they make their way, and they are strong and growing just through that material and breaking it up. How strong is such a little soft plant to break up a hard material that's been made by man? And what if the same way you made your way to this world as a human being? What if you made exactly like that plant? You decided to make it to this life. What if you had often this question in life: what sense is my life there? I don't understand. Why am I here? What is the sense of my life? Do I really want to live? I don't know what for. Maybe you had that question too, a few times in your life, and you never found an answer. And what if you can find it right now? You can find it here on this path, in the middle of just a road made by man and nature, and only nature, grass, plants, trees, flowers. What if you find that answer right now, today, here? Because you're realizing you are walking. You have legs, you have feet, you have arms, you have hands, you have a head. You are a human being. What if the question of wanting to be alive or not is not the right question for you? What if you see in this plant that made its way through, that was strong, and it didn't need a lot of power or energy. It just decided to be there and to grow, step by step, further and further, day by day, to come alive and then be there. And what if this being doesn't need any more questioning? Because the question you already answered. You answered as you decided to become that human being form. What if it is just a memory of that question? What do I want to become? What do I want to experience? What could I be there for? What could I be there for? What makes sense to me? And what if that answer already answered at the moment you became alive? And what if the question got not answered by parents wanting a child, but by you deciding to become that form, and exactly that form that you are, that you came into, that you had your parents like, and all other aspects in your life, what if you decided exactly for that? To be that plant, that flower, exactly that type of flower, the tall one, the small one, detailed, whatever. But what if you decided that already? And what if you can now let this question go? Let this question go of asking yourself, shall I live this life or shall I not live it? And hold me back and always. Does any plant stop growing towards the direction of light? No, it always looks for that direction, to that light. And that's the only thing you have to do anymore, nothing else. Grow, grow, grow towards that light. Without any doubt, any question, because you are here. You decided already. You have 100% right to be completely fulfilled, full alive. No matter if your parents didn't want you, if one of your parents didn't want you, no matter that fact, you decided, yes, you are here. Really connect to that decision that has been made many years ago already. And now you remember and you face it and you are so happy. Can you feel that joy of having answered that question for the last time ever? For the very last time ever? Okay, great. Yes, isn't that wonderful? Doesn't that feel so wonderful? So joyful. Okay, I want to go ahead with a more. Yes, I'll go ahead. So now you take your walk. You take your walk, and then you realize. Then your head or your thoughts come up. Okay. Okay, these thoughts that always came into your life a few times, again and again and again, that you felt guilty. Guilt, guilty, guilt for everything. Don't you remember these moments? Do you remember that you felt guilty for some small thing, and then all of a sudden you started feeling guilty for being human, for being alive, for being responsible in a way to everything that happens on this planet, like murder, like war. Can you feel that pressure on your shoulders? That responsibility for everything that's there, because you know, and you always knew, you are all one. All oneness. That means to you being responsible for all of it. just as anybody and everybody, and yes, you are too, for being human. Do you know this feeling, this heavy feeling on your shoulders that pushes and presses you down and makes you so unmovable, so wanting to just not be there, to just wanting to be that plant that died underneath that road that has been made by man? How often did you want to be that plant, to make space or room for others to grow, for letting others take that nutrition, take that life elixir to grow, and you make room by deciding to die for them? Really go deep into that picture. I know it reminds you and remembers you of that strong feeling. If you ever had that, it feels so small and you and so tight and so pushing down, almost like pushing your whole form down into the earth, becoming earth, and just becoming that earth that where others and everything other life can grow out from. Yes. And what if it's correct? And yes, and what if this part we understood before you have already made the decision to come alive? So you have already made that decision to be here as the plant that grows out of the ground, not the plant that dies. You are the plant that is alive. But what if we are both? And what if we can be both? It's okay. It is what we are. We are at the same time the plant that dies for the others to live, and the plant that lives. And what if right now you decide, what if you can now decide to, yes, let this part that wants to die so others can live, the part that feels so much guilt, that wants to die for all this, you call them sins. No matter if you have ever been religious, but yes, you feel this kind of depressing feeling in you, and that is so right. What if you now, exactly now in this moment, decide to let it go, to say, yes, you are you part that wants to die, I let you die. What if you're not fighting against this? And with that, what if you just now say, yes, okay, you can go, you can die. Do it now, please do it now. Let it die now, exactly now. Okay. Hello. Welcome. You are still here, right? You are here. Can you feel that? Can you feel your being? Your being here, listening. What is there now? Can you feel it? What is left over? What is left over? What is there? Maybe you open your eyes if you had them closed. Open them. Look around you and realize that you are here. And what is there now in you? Maybe you can ask yourself that question. Okay, I am here. I just let that other part go, but I'm still here. Maybe a certain question rises up in your mind. Maybe the question, why am I here? What is the reason I am here for? Please now give me that answer. I want to hear this answer now. Maybe it starts to push inside of you to get this question now finally and forever answered. Forever and forever ever. You will never ask that question again. Why am I here for? Because now you get the answer. Right now you get it. What can you feel? Ask that question. Ask it just as emotional and as strong as you like. Do it. Come on, ask that question now. And push yourself. Push that emotion. Feel that emotion. Why are you here for? Ask yourself. Ask like if you would ask someone, why am I here? What is it? Now, having let go that other part that always wanted to die, what is left over? What is coming into you now? What if the answer, maybe you got it already, I don't know, but what if the answer is being love? Can you sense that? Can you connect to that? What if the answer is just being love? Being love and shine. Shine that love from within out and hit with your love beams all there is around you. All. People, things, plants, everything, animals, anything you see, you touch, you can feel, you can smell, you can, whatever sense you have. But being love and touching everything with love, light. What if this is your answer? What if this is the answer? How does this feel inside of you? How does each cell of you feel now with these answers? With letting go that part and never ever asking again, should I live or not? Having decided, having let go that part that wanted to always go for all the bad things, but being alive as you are, and having got an answer now for all the time that you are here on this planet and this life, which is being love, being light, love, shining out and reflect into everything around you. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Nothing more, nothing less. And anything will grow from that. If you are the sun that shines out, you are giving life to everything in this world that is around you. You are the sun of your life, of your whole world you are living in. Yes. And now I let you go just like that to whatever situation you have today. And I wish you that wonderful feeling of being born again. It's a birth of a new being inside of you now. A being that knows exactly what it is here for, and that is never ever questioning anymore. Should I live or not? That has given up this question because it has let that part really go that wanted to go. And now being that love that shines outside, being that sun in that life, shining from within out to everything there is and everyone. Yeah. That was that wonderful journey, that wonderful Eastern morning walk through the wonderful field full of life, awakening to who you really already are, and having decided to be this one for 100% in this life. Having allowed to let that part that wanted to die for all the bad things happening, having allowed to let it die. No more fight against this will of dying, but letting it go. And yes, it's an inner development process. You just did an inner development process. Being here and realizing this energetic path you had to go through, you had to take to come to this decision, to this final decision in your life. And now your life will become different. Can you feel that? Can you sense that? Now with these huge decisions, can you feel that it's a rebirth and that you now start from all over again? That you Start from zero. It's like your first year starts now. Your first year of living starts now. And I make a birthday party for you right now. Go and celebrate that birth, that second birthday. Go and celebrate that second birthday today, right now, when you open your eyes and you are done with this wonderful ritual of awakening. Go ahead and enjoy this new life. I wish you a wonderful life, and maybe you now can really, really, really deeply connect to that lottery win that you are in this life and the life of all the others around you. The lottery win is being the sun of your universe, where everything is looking at, is pointing to, is directing to. Yes, you are the center, the sun center that gives life to everything around it. Wonderful. I wish you a wonderful day now. Wonderful day, night, whatever comes, with this wonderful newborn feeling in this life. Yes. I wish you all the best. From being to being, I wish you all the best. From sun to sun, from love to love, from oneness to oneness, from part of that oneness to part of that oneness.